Have you ever thought about the historical happenings that shaped England's governing body and constitution? One such pivotal event was the Barons' War. The conflict's genesis traces back to the reign of King John, who presided over England from 1199 to 1216. John's era at the helm was riddled with political and military blunders, and he became notorious for burdensome taxation and squabbles with his barons. These influential landowners and nobility grew progressively disgruntled with John's rule, laying the groundwork for a significant clash. This unrest among the barons was the catalyst that sparked the Barons' War. The immediate trigger to the Barons' War was the Magna Carta, a historic document. The Magna Carta, or Great Charter, was an agreement forced upon King John by a group of rebellious barons at Runnymede in June 1215. This charter sought to limit the king's power and protect the rights and privileges of the barons. It addressed grievances against the king's abuses of power, guaranteed certain liberties, and curtailed the king's ability to levy taxes and administer justice arbitrarily. Initially, King John agreed to the terms of the Magna Carta. However, the king's acceptance was merely a ruse. He soon reneged on his promises, sought to annul the charter, and continued his oppressive rule. This blatant disregard for the terms of the Magna Carta, the barons' hard-fought victory for their rights, was the final straw for the barons. King John's refusal to comply with the Magna Carta was the spark that started the Barons' War. King John's defiance led to the outbreak of the Barons' War. Furious at his betrayal, the barons declared war, their indignation fueling their resolve. They seized several strategic castles and towns across England, consolidating their power. The barons didn't stop there, though. They sought assistance from Prince Louis of France, who, being married to King John's niece, had his own claim to the English throne. Allies secured and defences fortified, the barons stood ready to challenge the king. The stage was set for a full-blown war. The Barons' War was marked by a series of military campaigns and battles. This conflict wasn't just a straightforward clash of armies. No, it was a complex dance of sieges, skirmishes, and diplomatic maneuvering. England's landscape became a massive chessboard with castles and towns as the pieces each side vying for control. King John's forces, loyal to the crown and the status quo, clashed with the rebel barons and their allies. On the side of the barons was Prince Louis of France, adding a layer of international intrigue to the domestic power struggle. Each campaign, each battle was a bid for dominance, a statement of power and a test of endurance. But it wasn't just about might. Diplomacy played a crucial role too. Alliances were formed, promises made and broken, strategies planned and replanned. It was a constant tug of war, a shifting of power dynamics. The war was a tug of power between the king and the barons. The death of King John and the ascent of his son Henry III altered the course of the war. Even after John's exit, the conflict endured. The rebellious, together with their French allies under the command of Prince Louis, pressed on with their campaign. However, their momentum wavered when they were defeated at the Battle of Lincoln and the Battle of Sandwich. These losses set the stage for negotiations, culminating in the signing of the Treaty of Lambeth, which reasserted the terms of the Magna Carta. The signing of the Treaty of Lambeth signaled the conclusion of the Barons' War. The Barons' War had a profound impact on English governance and constitutional development. This conflict didn't fully resolve the monarchy-nobility tension, but it certainly laid the foundation for future reforms. It was the catalyst for the evolution of English parliamentary institutions. The Magna Carta, initially unsuccessful in bringing lasting peace, became a cornerstone in the English and subsequently British constitutional history. It stands as a symbol of the English people's rights and liberties, influencing constitutional governments worldwide. The Barons' War was more than just a power struggle. It was a significant chapter in the constitutional development of England.